Think Bama's ready for Georgia? Well, one thing we know, Wisconsin was not ready for Bama. Tide rolls 42-10 at Camp Randall Stadium. Easily covers the spread. Appreciate you being here at the Voice of College Football. Best in discussion, debate, and analysis. Please leave a like and subscribe right here. It was a decent game for a while. There was some hope for the hometown Badgers, but that hope left the field very early. Tyler Van Dyke, yes, he's scattershot. Yes, he has been prone to not being able to make good decisions, reading coverages, throwing too many picks. But his right arm was the shot for Wisconsin in this one, and he got off to a good start, hitting his first 5 passes. Then he rushed to the sideline, and he got hurt, knocked out of the game. We'll see what his diagnosis is a little bit later. Braden Locke came in, and of course, it was talked about during the broadcast that Braden Locke was highly recruited, and then also he took this quarterback competition deep into August. So it was a close competition. Locke completes the drive, but TVD did the work, and it was 3-0 Wisconsin. Jake Chaney, a key linebacker for Wisconsin, was knocked out of the previous week's game due to a targeting penalty. Still hate the infraction. The penalty's fine, but in regards to the enforcement, it's wrong. Do not kick players out of games. There's a better way to do this. Chaney had 80 tackles, 7 TFLs, and 3 sacks for the Badgers last year. Of course, Wisconsin needed him. They needed all hands on deck. They did not have Chaney for the first half in this game because of the targeting last week. Tackett Curtis, one of 5 transfer portal additions at linebacker, just at linebacker for Wisconsin, took most of those snaps. Nicholson missed a field goal. After he'd hit the initial first drive field goal, Nicholson missed for Wisconsin from 46th. That would have made it 6-0 Badgers at that point. Deontay Lawson, who some are comparing as the best Bama linebacker since Reuben Foster. This was a remarkable play. If you really watched the leverage on this play, so it was a 4th and inches. Chez Mellusi, nice day for him, 11 carries, 66 yards. But on this play, stalemated. Not because Mellusi's not a strong back and a hitter, but because of Lawson. It's incredible. It looks like he's squatting with negative torque. Like his rear end's practically at the ground. He got that much leverage to stalemate Mellusi. It's a resounding, remarkable play. That doesn't get a lot of play in terms of discussion and highlights, but it's a remarkable football play that football people marvel at. Excellent play by Deontay Lawson on the review that stopped Mellusi. Oh, actually, Wisconsin got the review on the previous play on the 3rd down that set up the 4th down play when Lawson made the stop. And then Bama, as they do, when they make a stop on defense, they make you pay. Ryan Williams, this guy's a budding star. Is he the best freshman wide receiver in college football? Is he going to soon be the best wide receiver in college football? Ooh, it's scary. Burned R.J. Delancey. Just burned him, just on a straight go route. And Jalen Milroe threw a rainbow shot. Beautiful pass to the corner of the end zone. 7-3 Bama. Chez Mellusi had another good run. He did run 11 times for 66 yards, and he was in the loose near midfield, had just ripped off a nice run. However, Malachi Moore, in making the tackle, helmet on football. Mellusi did not secure the football. It was coughed up as Xavier Brown made the recovery, and this proved decisive. This happened time and time again. Wisconsin offense would move a little bit. They would get a drive going. They would cough it up in some fashion, either give it up on downs as they did the 2 previous drives, and then, bam, the fumble, and they pay. Wisconsin also with an offside that killed them on defense after giving up the Mellusi fumble. They had a stop on Bama. They could have kept it at 10-3. Nope. Offside, let Bama off the hook. Jalen Milroe on the next play scores the touchdown. So a short 28-yard drive, 7 plays for Bama, makes it 14-3. And you got to figure at that point, it's over. Wisconsin needed to start fast. And they did to a certain extent, but just not fast enough with not enough points. And the extension of the fast start just wasn't long enough for Wisconsin. Wisconsin did This shows some desperation, but it's what Luke Fickell believed he needed to do to stay in this ball game. They went for it on 4th and inches at their own 35. They got it, but the drive still stalled, and Wisconsin still down by 11 at that point. Braden Locke came into the game. He needed to be hot. He was not. He was missing throws all over the place. And despite Bama playing sound defense most of the time, there were throws to be had. There were wide receivers that separated from Bama, and Wisconsin, with capable quarterback play, could have stayed in this game a little bit longer. Overthrew a touchdown pass. Then Wisconsin missed another field goal. And then, again, Bama makes them play. So Wisconsin's going down the field. They missed the touchdown throw. They missed the field goal. And Bama takes all of 2 plays to make Wisconsin pay. They come right down the field to Ryan Williams, burns his guy, goes all the way down to the 20 or 25-yard line, and then they hit the shot to Jeremy Bernard, which was a beautiful timing throw. Milroe put it up there in the corner of the end zone before Bernard made his break. And so the timing of it, rainbow shot again. Milroe knows how to throw those, we know, and they are a thing of beauty, and we got 21-3 at halftime. Then coming out in the second half, Bama lowers the boom. Jam Miller, untouched, 28-3. So this is not the 2015 matchup of Bama, a national championship team that eventually won it, of course, over Clemson, best team in the country, versus Wisconsin, good team, played in a good bowl game, really good team, but just not athletically up to Bama standard. That stays the same. But those Wisconsin teams were top 5 units on the front 7 on defense. This is not. Bama wasn't just too fast, too skilled on the outside, and the perimeter play with too many game changers on offense. Bama was the stronger offensive line team, and that can't happen for Wisconsin. That spells trouble. When Wisconsin can't even say, we're going to be stout on defense between the tackles, and we're going to move you on offense up front on the offensive line. It did not happen. So this Jam Miller play right up the middle for a touchdown, we would not have seen that years ago under those defenses that we saw from Jim Leonhard when he was the coordinator at Wisconsin. Wisconsin did respond, though, to that touchdown like that by Jam Miller, but they smashed it down the field for 17 plays, 73 yards, scored the touchdown to make it 28-10. So there was a bit of life, just a little bit of life, and it was soon squelched. Deontay Lawson once again strips Cade Yacamelli at the Wisconsin 18. That makes for a quick 18-play drive or an 18-yard drive for the touchdown. 35-10 tied. They make it 42-10 final. Bama, Georgia in Tuscaloosa. We will all be watching. And then for Wisconsin, they've got the bye, and they're going to need it. They go to USC. Wisconsin's got one of the tougher schedules in the Big Ten, and it started today with Bama. Wisconsin's not a bad football team, and they did lose their quarterback who was off to a nice start. They're not a bad football team. They're not a great football team. They'll probably lose 5 games because of their schedule. However, Bama might just be all that. This team might be ready to seriously compete for the SEC, and when you can compete for the SEC, that means you compete for a national championship. Your thoughts down below. Leave those comments, subscribe, like, do all those good things right here at the Voice of College Football.